Hi, Diane. It's very nice to have you here. This is a great opportunity for you to tell us a little bit about what do you think an innovator needs to succeed.
Hi, thank you so much. I think that innovator needs perseverance. I think there are always going to be many people on the ways telling you that you are not supposed to do something, or people who will not believe in you. I think that an innovator needs to believe in their idea, believe in their gut feeling, and also surround yourself with people who want to see you succeed as well. And I think that it's also innovator is also kind of a rebel because they need to use innovative technologies for solving problems, and those technologies are new and sometimes never heard of. So you need to be able to stand out of the crowd and not be afraid of doing so.
The last part, I think, it's so important. How do you, because sometimes people are afraid or ashamed, or, I mean, being different is not easy. So, how do you identify when you see a crowd? How do you know there is an innovator there? How do you recognize someone like you?
Sometimes innovators are the ones who are the most quiet ones, and there's a difference. Some people are the loudest ones and may not be the most intelligent ones. I think that the innovators are the ones who speak when the moment is the most important to, and don't say empty words.
Do you remember when did you saw yourself as an innovator?
I think that maybe from the beginning of my high school, I always wanted to work on some project. I wanted to be working on research at university, and I kind of had in my dream that I'm working with some professors on something which can make impact. And I've seen that was something different I did compared to my classmates, and I think that encouraged me that when I started winning some prizes or saw some impact it was having, that I saw that I'm going on the right path.
After getting to know a little bit more about yourself, I believe that you are not only an innovator but a scientist, a woman scientist. And it's clear that there are not enough women scientists in the world. And if you think about the amount of women in percentage of the total population, that is quite incredible to believe that there are not enough, or why are there not enough? So my question to you is, why do you think, or what do you think is missing to really motivate women to go into science?
I think that a very important aspect is seeing other women succeeding as well. I think that women and young girls are always given examples as successful male scientists, or maybe I don't want to offend anyone. In North America, that's something I found that there are so many ethnicities and so many nationalities, women of color, and those girls always struggle with the fact that they see white old men as scientific figure. But I think that that's the problem, because that it's unachievable for them, because they will never look like that person. We need to see more people that look like us in those fields succeeding. And I think there already are quite few women who are powerful, and I think that those girls should be shown at young age that they can be as powerful as them. I'm also observing this trend in business. I'm often the only woman in the room. So places where women are allowed to speak, sometimes women like to stand behind. And I think that that's because How am I supposed to say this so I don't... Will you cut
They
this?
don't feel comfortable?
Will you cut this? Cut the part where I'm not like...
Yeah, don't worry.
We will be, yes, don't worry.
Editing.
Yes.
Okay. What else? What could I say there?
What do you want to say?
That like men, they usually like to... like women are more of like about social impact and doing the good in the world, but men are more like about bringing up the revenue. And then men usually are able to, build successful companies that are making a lot of money, and then they will put the money into these like impactful projects. So women usually get to this point slower, while men first will look at the revenue part.
So maybe it's that, in other words, men tend to prioritize like a more practical approach regarding financing, and women tend to prioritize social impact. And then they realize that they need to also look at the financing.
Okay.
Maybe that would be a way to phrase it. I don't know. You choose.
Okay. So maybe ask me the question.
Yes. So, what do you think is missing to bring more women into the scientific world or into the business world, and more specifically on the water sector?
So as a female in technology as well as in business, I've always observed that I'm most of the times the only woman in the room. And I think that there is a big difference, and there is a lot of that I learned from observing men. And that's that men usually like to prioritize the financing, first working on projects that can make them a lot of money, while women are putting many emotions into their first projects, and they like seeing the social impact. I think that combination of both of them is very important. I think that women should also think of how they can get to big impact faster. And that's usually by working on companies which are bringing a bigger revenue, and then investing those finances into social impactful projects.
And tell me a little bit about what do you dream of? What's your dream? What inspires you?
What inspires me? I think my vision inspires me that we can make an impact, and impact on women and girls especially, because they are quite honestly the most hardly hit by water pollution. In Africa, women and girls collectively spend 200 million hours every day trying to fetch water and bring water for their families, and those are girls as young as 8 years old who are missing on their education. So I think that inspires me that we can reduce this number, we can give them opportunities to go to school and to take care of their families.
I know you have been granted with different scholarships, and you have had the luck. For some, they would say luck. For others, I would say it's you have earned it. But you have been blessed with opportunities. Mm-hmm. What would you say to those investors to continue investing, regardless of the end result? Why would someone keep investing in people like you for the future of the world?
Yeah, so I'm actually coming from a small village in Slovakia, and I was raised by a single mom who's a teacher. I have two older siblings, and we were always struggling financially, and I even thought that I was never going to go to university. But I think that the biggest thing I had in me was the perseverance, and someone telling you that people like you will never be in the big positions. And I think that I just never listened to them, and I just knew that that was my dream. And I think that At first, it was really hard work, and I was failing all the time. But when the first win came, then the chain of victories came after that. I won the Stockholm Junior Water Prize, the Diploma of Excellence, and then I also got the scholarship. And then every single year, I was winning new and new fellowships. So I think that never stop believing in yourself is the most important part. And I think that for investors, if I was an investor, I would definitely invest into immigrants, because those kids are the ones who are leaving their families, everything they know behind, just to work on something, just to work for the new country, and they're very persistent. So I would invest into immigrants.
Thank you so much. Really, thank you.